You ever approach a girl and you feel like the conversation's going well, but there's no spark? Maybe you've even been mid-date and you can feel that things are fizzling out. And deep down inside, you can tell. If the conversation keeps going like this, you are not gonna see this girl again. But all that does is put you even more in your head, and so now things are fizzling out even more. But you just can't think of what to say to bring the vibe up. You don't know how to make things flirty or sexual. The problem is you need to stop worrying about the words being spoken. Sexual attraction doesn't come from words that you speak, it's a vibe. I'm about to show you the 3 main elements that you need to create sexual tension without saying a word. Starting with number 1, pauses. If I could give every single man one piece of advice to immediately become more attractive by changing only one single thing, it would be to slow down. Out of all my years of coaching, helping hundreds of guys with their interactions, breaking down their communication, I have never come across a single man that would not benefit from speaking slower. But that's not just about having slow speech, it's about having pauses and a little bit of response time between what the girl says and what you're responding with. See, being able to sit in that silence is necessary to create that sexual tension. It communicates to the girl that you're confident and comfortable in that present moment, that you're not in a rush and you're moving at your pace, not hers. The misconception here is that any type of silence is awkward and the girl's gonna run away from you from how awkward you are. It's not awkward to have a couple seconds of silence. In fact, trying to fill in every single gap comes across as unconfident and needy because the girl can feel that you're trying hard to create conversation. Having small pauses throughout the conversation gives the girl time to wonder what you're about to say and creates a little bit of suspense. Combine that with a confident smile and the other 2 points I'm about to talk about in this video, and you get tension. But it's good tension, sexual tension. So when the girl asks you a question, don't just rush to answer it 0.2 seconds later. Take a moment to think about your answer and let there be a little bit of silence between her question and your response. Even when you're the one talking and you're like telling a story, for example, let there be a little bit of pauses in between your sentences. Don't be in such a rush to finish the story. The girl will notice this and she's gonna find it attractive that you're so calm, relaxed, and grounded. Now look, if you want help with this step right here so you can confidently approach women nice and slow without stuttering or rushing through your words, click the link in the description. The second element to creating sexual tension is strong eye contact. Human beings naturally avoid eye contact when they're uncomfortable. That's why looking to the side is a natural sign and a pretty good sign that someone's lying. It's also why when you were younger, you didn't like to look into your parents' eyes or teacher's eyes if you were ever being reprimanded. That's why you need to maintain eye contact if you want to communicate to the girl that you're very comfortable and confident in your sexual energy. You simply cannot create sexual tension if you can't even look into the girl's eyes. Now look, obviously I'm not gonna have a death stare during the entire interaction. Obviously there's a time and place where breaking eye contact is actually natural and it makes sense, but that's not the majority of the interaction. That's a select few moments. For most of the interaction, you want to be holding strong eye contact, especially in the very first beginning of the interaction when you just met the girl. She has no idea who you are. Because if you're not even confident enough to look into the girl's eyes for the first 30 seconds, you're not going to make it very far into the interaction anyway. But also during flirtatious moments in the interaction, you can say flirtatious words, but without the proper eye contact, it's not going to have the desired effect. Saying something flirty while breaking eye contact with the girl communicates to her that you're not really confident in what you're saying. So even though you're being all bold and saying all these flirty things, you're not really that guy. You can't sit in that fire, and you're not going to create any sexual tension that way. The sexual tension is created when you're looking deep into the girl's eyes, when the flirty words that you're saying are matching with your energy and you maintain your composure. But look, this doesn't only apply when you're saying something flirty to the girl. This is during any time of the interaction. If the girl's telling you a story, I want you to look deep into her eyes while she's talking. She's gonna feel like you're fully present and listening, which is sexy to women. And if done properly, you might even distract her from finishing the story. So if you can't see her soul, you're not making enough eye contact. Moving on to the third thing that creates sexual tension, maintaining frame. The mistake you're making when you start flirting with women is laugh after saying the flirty thing. What you don't realize is that you're breaking frame. When you say something flirty, you're building the tension. When you laugh about it as if it's some kind of joke, joke, you break the tension. So laughing, once again, communicates to the girl that you're not that guy. You're saying flirty words, but you don't really believe in them. You're saying you'll rock her world, but you won't really rock her world. It's all a joke to you. You're not man enough to actually sit in that fire and stay in that flirty frame with her. So don't laugh. This is not a joke. You are being dead serious when you flirt with the girl. You really believe in what you're saying. When you say you'll rock her world, you really will rock her world. There's nothing funny about it. Now look, obviously I'm not telling you not to laugh at all. There's a time and place to laugh, and I laugh a lot during my interactions. If the girl tells me a joke, I laugh. If I tell a joke, I laugh. I just don't laugh when I'm telling the girl something flirtatious, when I'm trying to build sexual tension. Notice how in this clip, when I flirt, I maintain a confident smile without laughing or breaking frame. What do you do?
I'm a nurse.
Oh shit.
Until I go back to school, like before I move.
For you? Damn, you're kind of sweaty.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Are you nervous?
No.
I'm not sweaty.
I mean, I'm not nervous. I'm just hot. It's hot as fucking me.
Yeah, it is pretty hot. That's how you create real sexual tension. Now look, if you apply everything I just discussed in this video, you will create more sexual tension in your conversations, which in turn will lead to more attraction and interest from the girl. But this will only get you so far, as attraction without comfort and connection is just gonna get you ghosted. If you wanna learn how to have more engaging conversations that lead to more comfort and connection, watch the video that's on screen now. But if you're done sitting around watching content and you want to become the man who actually takes action, click the link below and apply to work with me personally. In order to keep the coaching personal and results focused, I'm only opening 5 slots right now. So if you're serious about changing, then submit your application. If you're a good fit, I'll be in contact with you soon.